I guess I could join you tonight.
Well, you could have a cup of tea.
Go to Instagram.
And we're going to go live.
Yeah.
And then we go back over here. Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening over on TikTok this evening. I look all glowing on TikTok. So, boom, boom.
It's just got a better filter over there.
Yeah, it does.
Let me look at my skin tone over here.
Well, your skin tone looks actually good on both of them.
It does.
I look like I'm 69 years old, and I don't know why I look like that when I'm not but 47. Mm-hmm. So we just filled up on cheese and pico, and
you should probably go and tell them what you did.
Oh my God. Y'all, you know I'm not on sugar detox no more. So we had a whole table full, and they brought out 6 churros covered in whipped cream and sweeps of chocolate. Nobody else wanted them. I ate every one of them.
Every single one.
Every single one of them.
Did not share.
Yeah. It was so good. And the churros were so crunchy and sweet and had all that Cool Whip and chocolate all over them. Good evening, TikTok, coming to you this evening from Atlanta, Georgia, in the beautiful little neighborhood of Jefferson Park here in East Point. No, I don't think so. Just tea will be fine. I'm not drinking tonight, y'all. I don't have no Corona. I don't have a. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Good evening. I'm having a little Slippery M herbal tea by Throat Coat, and yeah.
I like how you always pause.
Well, I because I accidentally thought it throat goat, and that's the thing in the gay community. Like, are you saying throat goat? And I'm like, no, throat coat. So anyhow, Miss Ava's going to join me for a few minutes here on the Eddie Sellers, piddling and diddling, chatting about everything, but chatting about nothing. You sound just like a friend of mine from Savannah. That's why I asked y'all if y'all knew Chablis. I would have loved to have known Lady Chablis.
I met her at a club in Athens. I think it was 2006, 2007.
Yeah. Wasn't she marvelous?
She was.
I went to Club One a few times, me and Sammy and John, and she was performing later, you know, how the drag show's going on. Yes, Miss Julie, we're in Atlanta, and somebody says bad connection. Are we okay are y'all hearing us on TikTok? Hey, Miss Amy, can y'all hear us okay?
Did you do your microphone thing?
Oh, I ain't did this is for Facebook though. With TikTok, we're not using a microphone. Connection is not great, they're saying over here. Well, interesting. Yeah, she was better now, they said.
It isn't great.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Oh, I might not be. Hold on just a minute. I might not be on online.
You need your Wi-Fi on. That's what you need.
That's what I think's going on. It's not on. So here we go. Let's do this. Y'all, I didn't have the Wi-Fi on, so I turned it on now. Glitching and all that. It should stop now because we got this highfalutin Wi-Fi here in Constance's house. It's freezing. It should stop freezing now. Thank y'all for the hearts. Come on in, everybody.
I think maybe it's catching up.
It's catching up?
Maybe.
So hopefully it's going to get better. If not, we'll turn it off and restart it. But good evening. Hey, Mr. Henry Harris. I got Ava with me this evening. We just sitting here. We just got back from a little Mexican restaurant in Hateville over called Sombreros. And y'all, we've been doing real good, but there was 9 of us. And it's been a while. Ed and Ava, yeah, it's been a while. They kept bringing cheese and chips and all that stuff, and I couldn't even eat when they brought the food.
We already covered that, Heather.
Listen, And because there was a big crowd of us and whatever, we had such a sweet little Latino waiter. He was just so sweet. Hey, Dennis, so precious, little young fella, and I left him a good tip too. But he said, "Do y'all want some complimentary churros?" And everybody at the table said, "No, we're good." So he walked off. I'm like, "Well, why would they do that? Why would they tell?" The little fellow wanted to give us churros, so he come back out with the boxes to go, whatever, for some of them. And I said, "Can we still get those churros?" He said, "Well, sure you can." So he goes in there and he brings out 6 big, pretty churros. And they're just covered in Cool Whip and swirls of chocolate back and forth, all of them. Well, I picked up one and just took a bite, and I'm like, you know, I'm like, "Ooh, that right there was just tongue talking churros," and nobody else want one. I eat every one of them. That's why Heather's over here. Heather's on here spewing her business on here. I eat every one of them. I'm like, you can't not eat these. These are delicious.
We would not have put our hands near it because we would have gotten them eaten off.
No, I said, come on, somebody take one of these at least.
Amy and Julie are saying, love to just be in y'all's presence. Well, we love you too, Amy.
So anyhow, but today is the actual day. But Savannah turns 13 today, and she had a party and went to Buckhead and she went shopping at Lincoln. But school's today, so of all the places she could choose, I'm like, we'll go just have dinner somewhere on the day of your birthday. She loves this little hole in the wall place in Hapeville, Sombreros, and so we had a table outside, and you're sitting outside in that shopping center over here, and continually every 2 minutes there's big old jets that just come fly over the Porsche plant, landing. And at one time we were sitting there, and a train's going by down the street, planes are going over it, cars are backed up. I'm like, planes, trains, and automobiles. And then the sun was setting. I mean, it was just a beautiful, beautiful evening. Just a beautiful evening, you know. And since Heather's on here trying to tell my business, I told Heather she needs to be sweet to Aunt. I guess Aunt's going through, he's had a really rough he like to lost his foot. You know,
scary.
And he's cut off his heel. Good Lord. You know, how do you cut off your heel? But he's in a motorcycle accident. And I noticed tonight, I said, Heather, he's depressed. You know, be sweet to him, you know. But, I didn't actually lick the plate, but I had a cake knife, and I took the cake knife and scraped the plate and ate it because we didn't have no forks. But it was fun, y'all.
Hello, Justice.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody on TikTok. Maybe we're doing okay now.
I think so.
And we're not glitching and twitching. And, you know, the devil tries to get in your business sometimes. So anyhow, let me take a sip of this tea.
It's still too hot for me.
But yeah, it's and then I work today. I only work on Mondays. So I have a little print shop over on Boulevard at I-20. So ever since I retired, I still just one day a week I go over on Mondays. I'm over there all the time anyway. Like Ava works Tuesday and Wednesday, but Wednesday she's got to do some kind of interview or something at 2:00, and I've got to go over and kind of cover for her while she's out here trying to become a movie star.
It's not trying to anymore.
So yes, no more glitches. Well, good. I just forgot to set my phone back on the internet. Hey, there was an immigrant protest here in Carrollton today. Dang, you know, these folks were out. It's been a beautiful day in Coachella Valley. Where is Coachella Valley?
California.
California. Hey, y'all over on Kelt's Crazy.
Kelt's Crazy Life.
Yeah. Hey there. Good evening to y'all. Y'all, you know what I've come to realize?
What are we claiming for me?
Beautiful smile. You know what I've realized? I've come to, as opposed to be apprehensive about going online and saying hey to people or making political statements and outlandish statements even. Danielle said to encourage more viewers to share. Yeah, hello, Dallas. Some of y'all people would like to share. I'd love for you to share. Thank y'all for the gifts this evening.
Oh,
Hello, Dallas, Texas.
March 15th is a staycation.
Uh,
You don't have to tell me twice.
So happy to see your face and voice. Made my day. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Denny Conman. Good evening, everybody, and good evening over on here. I'm on trying out this little thing. I know that we're doing a little test free month, free trial week or month or something. Where at the moment I'm live on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok's on my phone by itself, but over here I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
You got to diversify these days.
And and somebody would say, well, why would you want to come online and do lives and do all that? And it's got nothing to do with making money. It's got nothing to do with trying to like get so many people to follow me or get content created where, I did make some money off of this. It's dwindled way down now. But I mean, I did okay during the campaign on here. But so if somebody says, well, why would you do that? First off, I'm not going to do anything that I don't enjoy. And the answer to that question is I enjoy. In this season right now of coming on live, of talking in the mornings, of doing videos of my morning thoughts or whatever that I write down on paper. First off, I enjoy it. And second is I enjoy it. And the third reason is I kind of enjoy it. And not only that, but what I've realized in doing this, Daniel said, we enjoy you coming live. I can't stand Abbott either. Isn't he?
Someone had made the comment about, someone.
Boy, I'll join you on some hate real quick. When you start talking about certain people, I'll be like, praise Jesus. I can't stand that son of a bitch either. The damn devil. I can't stand that son of a bitch either. But the other reason that I enjoy social media and all these platforms, hey, Miss Teresa, I watch Miss Teresa on Facebook sometimes. She posts her videos of her walking and stuff. The other reason I enjoy coming on here is because you people, y'all are my blessings. Mm-hmm. I feel blessed that I get to converse with y'all. And I had Faye might show up on here today. And I'm not opposed to getting gifts. I had Amazon to deliver me a book this evening that Miss Faye sent me. She messaged me on Facebook yesterday or the day before and said, can I get your address? I'd like to send you something. I'm like, yeah, you want to send me something? I'll give you my address.
My first reaction was, you did what to who?
So yeah, but y'all, other than the fact that I enjoy it, and it's a huge platform, I get to meet all kinds of people. I get people to come by the shop, just want to say hey or stop by and meet us.
It makes the internet feel a little bit less lonely.
And not only that, but I think with the darkness that looms over the country, it makes me feel more connected to people of like-mindedness, people of a certain way of supporting each other and lifting each other up. And yeah, we can get on here and we can tear Trump down and we can talk about how fucked up the country is and what all the chaos is going on. But at the same time, in the process of doing it, that no, we're not alone. We're a community of like-minded people, that comes from all walks of life. Alive. I have people from Kansas, and it's not just California and Manhattan. There's people that's from Iowa and Kansas and Memphis and little towns across Florida.
I think that's the biggest thing, especially with everyone who reached out to you, is these little small blue dots in these seas of red. Like, it's a way to feel so much less like you're by yourself and like you've got others with you.
Yeah, I started to realize something very powerful early on.
This phase on.
Hey, Miss Faye, I was just telling them, if you didn't see it, I was just telling them that you sent me a gift that I got this evening on Faye Daniels. And she's in a something, North Carolina. We looked
Was it
at
Statesville?
Statesville, North Carolina. I ain't telling you business, Miss Faye, but I just seen that on there.
Blue Dot in Coweta.
Julie said, "That's me, a resident in South Alabama, currently in Georgia. I'm a blue dot in Coweta County. Yeah, that's pretty red down in Coweta County." Hey, from Harrisburg, North Carolina. I have a lot of people from North Carolina that tune in and send me things. I love when Ava joins you. I do too, but she thinks she should be paid for this, and I'm not going to pay her to sit here just because she dresses up every night and goes out on the streets of Atlanta and whatever, and they mail her checks to her. I'm not paying her. I'm just sitting here doing this because I love it. No, I love it too, but I never, I never even invite her really, and she knows she's always welcome anytime she wants to sit down.
I have to be in a good headspace, and for whatever reason, we had a wonderful weekend, and I was just so lovey-dovey, and I also made up my face for dinner, so that helps.
Yeah, she's pretty. We went out to eat,
and I had my headshots come in, and I'm so excited.
Oh my God, she's got such pretty headshots.
They're amazing.
Yes. So I tell you the other thing too. I could just list you hundreds of these, but just for example, why I love this platform. When I first started campaigning for Vice President Harris and became something going on the corner, I started getting these calls because when I did the initial video that went viral, it had my phone number of the shop on there. Well, when you call that number, it forwards to my cell phone because I have all the calls forwarded to my cell phone because I didn't want people working there to have to deal with all that. And I've kept it that way since then. But I remember I was getting all these calls, and then I get this call like a lady who told me this little town I never heard of. She lived in Alabama, a white lady. And she said, "Is this actually you, the guy that's on TikTok?" And I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." She said, and then she just started crying on the phone. And when people cry around me, I just cry with them. I don't know what they're crying about, but the Bible said, "One weep, y'all weep; one rejoice, y'all." And I just gave myself permission on these calls. I would just cry with them. And she said, I'm embarrassed, but just give me a minute. And I'm like, "You got all the time in the world. You just take your time. It don't matter." And she composed herself, but I could hear her crying. And she said, "I want to tell you something if I can stop crying." And finally she told me, she said, "I live in a little town and I feel like I'm the only person on earth that feels like this." And she said, "When I watched your videos," she said, "you actually gave me hope. Like it's going to be okay. And there's something about you gave me hope." And y'all, that is such a powerful, good heavens, so powerful. I preached in ministry for 17 years, and I preached under tents and on radio broadcasts and pastored a church for 17 years. I don't think I touched as many people in those 17 years as I touched in just a few weeks of being on social media. I mean, people by the thousands were.
It was powerful.
It was, and then people showing up at the shop and sending me emails, just coming by. Ava can tell you, we would not be able to tell you the numbers of people that broke down weeping inside the shop, and we would just cry with them, because we're like, surely the country can't go this way. The country did go that way. But anyhow, y'all have been my blessing. So it's not that I just enjoyed. Yeah, these could be big ego trips, and I also realized this about the social media and the people on here. Your voice is authentic and comforting. Thank you, there, Bossy. Is that your wife? Yes, we've been together for 15 years. We're just an old couple now. Been together for ages and ages, hon. We've been together a long time. But I forget what I was about to say.
People calling, campaign by the shop.
Yeah. So many people would. Yeah. Here's what I was going to say. When you get my age, you have to take a pause, let your brain catch back up. Even though it was somewhat of a little ego trip, I had so many people come by and they'd be like, do you mind? Could we get a picture with you? And I'm like, man, what kind of ego trip is that? I'm like, sure, come on. We take pictures and all like that. And it's a little bit of ego trip, but I always knew this, that the same people that seem to love you so much can be the same people that can turn on you and just eviscerate you and just can't, So, and I waded through that. I ain't found that experience at all with none of this. The people that's a lot of the people that were local that come by the shop have just been so sweet, so kind, just so sweet. But anyhow, everybody, good evening. Coming to y'all from Atlanta, Georgia. Eddie Williams Sellers, along with the fabulous Miss Ava Davis.
Just call me Miss Sellers.
My sweetheart of 17 years. Yeah, Dennis. I mean, so I took it with a grain of salt, but over time, now that months have went on, I realized, man, a lot of you people, y'all are my blessing. When I feel like it's a two-way street. Miss Sellers is so beautiful. Thank you, Miss Tiffany. I think so. I love her to death. Just love her to death, y'all. It's something. Yeah, I just love her to death. Ava, will you share your beautiful headshots with us? I'm sure she will.
I will. As soon as my agents and managers select what they want, then I will share them.
Shannon is. Shannon says Ava really in love with you. You can just see it. So sweet, Auntie. Y'all. I was married for 20 years, and I had dinner tonight with my ex-wife for 20 years. We've been divorced now longer than we were married. We've been divorced
amazingly sweet.
And Kathy's the sweetest person in the world.
Absolutely,
the mother of my two children. I worship the ground she walks on. She worships the ground I walk on. We've always been very close. Our family's been very close. But with Ava, I tell Ava often, we'll be out walking, doing our little videos or something. And I'll tell her, I'm like, just when I think it's impossible to love you any more than I already do, it's like every day I love her deeper and in just a deep way. And not only love her, I'm still in love with her. She'll go try on a new dress. She's ordering. I'm like, oh my God, you're just so, come here and give me some sugar.
Last week I was emotional and I was trying to explain to Eddie like what was going on and why my day was so bad. And he just interrupts me. He was like, you're so pretty. Yeah. Ava was having like an emotional day. She was telling me, she's like, well, I'm going through this and I'm feeling like this and this and that. And I just interrupted and I said, you sure are pretty. And she just stopped and she just started laughing. I said, you're just so pretty. So anyway, I was in the midst of crying too, Christine, and my daughter Heather's on my case tonight. She thinks she's being funny. Her mama done told her to hush up. But Heather says, we love Ava too, because she has you to deal with. Yeah, her and Jill had a daddy to deal with. They like Ava being around because they're like, Ava keeps Daddy under control, don't it? They think You shut up, Heather. You hush up. You worry about Ant. He's depressed tonight. Make him happy. He's a very smart man. Oh, my God. Oh, goodness gracious. But anyhow, everybody on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, we're coming to you from our little house that we call Constance House here in East Point, Georgia, and in a little neighborhood called Jefferson Park. A lot of you see us every day. I told Ava the other day, I said, it's crazy. We have 800 for the last little over 2 years. Every day we do a little 1-minute dancing thing. And I get to just share music, my playlist that I love. Like today when we did it, you can find it on TikTok and on Facebook where we played the 4 Seasons. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your love. We have 800 of those 1-minute videos scattered across the internet out there. And somebody
I'll tell Jill we miss her. I will. Jill's taking a break from all this social media. My daughter has a big following on TikTok, but she's took a break from it. Thank you for sharing your love. I love seeing couples who are in love. Sandley. Uh, oh my gosh, you're down the street from me. Good.
Say hey sometimes.
Yeah, you should say hey to us, Drea, down the street. You know what was I get distracted. What I was thinking about, somebody on the Jefferson Park page, our neighborhood page, said the other day, said, perchance, are you on TikTok and do this? I'm like, yeah. She said, oh, I follow you. And I don't know why it kind of struck me in this way, that I come on here and I see all you people from North Carolina and New York and California and Florida. And sometimes I forget the neighbors right down the street can also see all this and follow. People in Grant Park and Cabbagetown. We were out walking the other day in Cabbagetown, and just a random lady come up and says, Eddie, Ava. And we're like, oh, it's good to see you. And well, she was so excited. And then we walked off. I asked Ava, I'm like, who was that? Ava said, I don't know. But we forget sometimes. Hello from Virginia.
Oh, I love Virginia.
I'm not far either. Charity. Charities said she's not far from us either. Yeah, quite a few people from Virginia. Isn't Virginia beautiful? Take an Amtrak from Atlanta to New York.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And you go all the way through Virginia up to there, and you get to see the countryside. So beautiful, so beautiful. I think tonight we're just taking a love break. I had a wonderful dinner with my 13-year-old granddaughter. I'm sitting here beside somebody that I know this. If let's just, who knows the future? Let's just say Ava runs off 2 years from now and she's off in her life in LA somewhere. You don't ever know. I know this. I never want nobody beyond Ava. If something happened to Ava, which I don't think ever will, there's enough age difference here. It's well appointed that I should go way before her. But if something did, I'd be fine. I would never want to ever try to do this again. You just quit while you're ahead. So
you are my forever love.
But anyhow, good evening, everybody. I'm watching all the way from Mississippi, and we love y'all. And let me tell you this too, why the 800 1-minute videos I've done. I know a lot of people are like, look at them, they're putting on a show, they're pretending they love each other, their egos. Eddie's got a big ego. Look at him showing off his life.
That's why we're perfectly matched, because we both got big egos.
I'm telling you, for me, there's none of that. You know why I do the 1-minute videos every single day? I want to make sure that people out there see what love looks like between a trans person and a gay man, and how powerful love is. And because a lot of the church folks, when they think about gay and lesbian and trans people, they just think about sex, 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 men with men, doing them things, sex, 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 sex. It's not about sex and any of that. No. It's about humanity. It's about hearts. It's about people caring and loving each other. Mm-hmm. It's about people finding other people that bring them joy and they enjoy spending their lives with each other. So I do it as a way to make sure that it's out there for the world to see. And maybe a little lesbian girl that's in Kentucky that feels like she's the only one that's ever going to be like her. And a little gay guy that's in college that his whole family, he's living in Kansas. And just to make sure these videos are out there where love can be celebrated and make other people feel like it's okay. It's okay to be whoever you are. Love y'all. Hi. Your neighbor in Beaufort. Hey, Miss Jennifer. Good evening. Hey, Miss Tiffany. Peace and ultimately love. Yes. Hey, Sweet Pea. You two just love and accept each other, which is beautiful. Yeah. my comfort. You know, I used to have, you know, most of you people that know me and know my story or read my book or whatever, you know, I was raised up in Pentecostal. Um, what's your age gap, if you don't mind me asking? My husband and I have an age gap. We're 30 years.
I'm 78 and he's 70. No.
Ava's 39. I'm 69.
I'll be turning 40 this year and he'll
Yeah.
be turning 70.
Yeah. So, but what was I about to say? I was going to
The church people.
Oh, I was going to say something about the church people. What was I going to say? The church people. It'll come back to me.
30 for Jade as well.
30 for y'all. Yeah. I had a real, not to get off on this, but I had a real big issue when we first started dating. And I didn't want, you know, I just, no. And then over time, I just had to realize that I had a lot more joy in this than by making it go away. And I'm glad I did now, you know. And it ain't going to be long before we'll be together for 20 years. We realize we love who we love.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. My heart opened up and knew what your heart opened up and knew what you needed. Yes, I'm glad you guys did. Hello from Virginia, another Virginian.
Eddie made me feel safe. That's the biggest thing, I think, that made me fall in love with you just from the moment I met you.
From where I come at, the biggest reason she fell in love with me, because I was born a great lover. And if you're a great lover, you cast a spell upon people. They just can't let you go. They're like, yeah, he's just too good. Don't we all like to think, though?
Sweet,
don't we all like to think we're just wonderful, great lovers? Carla says, hello to both of you. I met you one day. Look at here. When I stopped in at your shop to say hello, and I followed you on TikTok.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lexi. Lexi said she believes it. So, but anyway, y'all, we're going to get off of here. It's almost 8 o'clock. We've probably been on for about 35, 40 minutes.
31 minutes.
31 minutes. So we didn't talk about the orange baboon tonight. Is that inappropriate to call him a baboon?
I think that's offensive against baboons.
Poor little baboons. Maybe an orange orangutan.
I tell you what,
he sued Bill Maher. Let's don't do this tonight. Y'all know I can't stand that son of a bitch. I can't stand him. I just can't stand him that people put this buffoon up over the country. I won't have peace about it until his ass is gone.
I hate that Canada and Mexico capitulated. It feels like too much appeasement, and we know what happened last time in history with all the appeasement.
Yeah. But anyhow, having said that 2 cents worth, we're going to sign off here. And man, I'm telling y'all, all across the South. And also, I seen on Facebook where my friend Lisa in Boonville, Mississippi, where she hadn't been feeling so well. Mm-hmm. And she had a picture of her mom and said she missed her sweet thing. She hadn't been feeling. We love you, Miss Lisa.
We do.
We send peace and healing and just virtue to Boonville, that you just get up and be okay and be better. But I'm telling y'all, all across the South, it's like we're going to have some real cold winter weather coming. But for the next 5 days, it's going to be up in the 70s all across Georgia. And my God, it just makes you just want to get out, just get outside and just love life and enjoy life. So it's going to be a beautiful rest of the week. So anyhow, I called this piddling and diddling. I think until I come up with something, I'm just going to call it when I come on live. Eddie's just piddling and diddling. Let's go online and see what he's piddling about tonight and what he's going to be diddling about come yonder. You know, piddling and diddling.
I love it.
So we love y'all. Y'all.
It was wonderful to see everyone tonight.
Yeah, we love y'all. See y'all.